Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope all of you are keeping well. A hearty welcome to today's English class. In the last class, we started the second lesson from the movement, The Adventures of Toto. We have seen that the author's grandfather had a private zoo, and once he happened to see a baby monkey named Toto with a Tonka driver. He paid 5 rupees and bought it and brought it to home, and they kept it in a closet, and within hours it did so much mischief and cut into pieces the uniform, the school jacket of the author, and removed the decorative papers on the wall. Later on, it was shifted to servants' quarters in a big cage, along with the other pet animals like tortoise, rabbits, squirrel, goat. But there it was disturbing all the animals and did not allow them to live in peace. And the grandfather was supposed to go to Saharanpur to collect his pension, and he decided to take along with him this Toto, and he prepared a bag with a canvas and put it inside, and it was taken along with him to Saharanpur. On the way, the platform, it was trying to move, it was trying to come out and make a jump and move the bike. Then, while he reached Saharanpur station, the ticket collector came to check, and he asked for a ticket for the monkey because he thought it was a dog. The grandfather was annoyed, but he paid 3 rupees for the ticket of Toto, and he had in his pocket one tortoise. He took it and asked how much he had to pay for it because he was angry with the ticket collector. So far we have learned. Now we shall continue the lesson. Take page number 9. When Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in the stable where he had for a companion the family donkey Nana. So they kept it as a secret from the grandmother because the presence of monkey, because the grandmother was not happy with the animals. She did not have any interest in the pet animals. Finally, she came to know, and then they decided to shift this Toto to their stable where the family donkey was kept. The name of the family donkey was Nana. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. So, first night he was kept in the stable, he just went to see, the grandfather just went to see how Toto was. To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause, pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. When grandfather reached the stable, he found that he was surprised to see that the donkey was keeping his head, pulling his halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay, and he was wondering what may be the reason. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches, and she jerked back, dragging Toto with her. So the grandfather did not understand what was it. So he gave a slap across the haunches of the donkey, and she jerked back. Jerked back means moved suddenly, and while moving it dragged Toto with her. He had fastened onto her long ears with his sharp little teeth. So this Toto was hanging on his ears. It was had sharp little teeth. It was catching with this teeth is ears. Toto and Nana never became friends. They were like enemies. They were never friends. A great treat for Toto during cold winter evenings was the large bowl of warm water given him by grandmother for his bath. So it was a very happy thing for him during the winter season. In the evenings, the grandmother used to give a big bowl of warm water for his bath. It was a very happy thing for him. He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand, then gradually step into the bath. First one foot, then the other, as he had seen me doing, until he was into the water up to his neck. So he was very cunning. This Toto was very cunning. He used to test the temperature of the water with his hands. First, then he used to put one foot inside the water, then the next foot, and then he used to get into the water up to his neck. That he learned from the author. Once comfortable, he would take the soap in his hands or feet and rub himself all over. Once he was comfortable in the water, he used to take the soap and rub on his body and rub himself all over. When the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. If anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feelings would be hurt and he would refuse to go on with his bath. So he used to come out from this tub of warm water, this bowl of warm water, and he used to run to the fire. Near to the fire, he used to go and stand to dry himself. So while doing this, if anyone looked at him or laughed at him, he used to feel very bad and he refused to take his bath. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. So one day a thing happened to him, a terrible thing. One day after the bath, he ran to the fireplace and there he found there was a big kettle kept on the fire for a tea. Water was there and he removed his lid. Lid means covering. Finding the water just warm enough for a bath, he got in with his head sticking out from the open kettle. When he touched and tested the temperature of the water, it was just getting warm. So he thought that he would enter into the bowl, the kettle. He got inside and he started taking bath, remaining in the warm water. This was just fine for a while until the water began to boil. So until the water began to boil, it was okay. He remained inside the water. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside, sat down again. So it was trying to lift itself, raising itself, and wanted to come out. Then it was cold outside, so it decided to remain inside the bowl itself, inside the kettle, inside the warm water. He continued hopping up and down for some time until grandmother arrived and hauled him half-boiled out of the kettle. So he continued hopping up and down. Hopping means moving up and down, jumping inside the water, and for some time. And slowly this water was boiling and meanwhile the grandmother found him inside the boiling water, and she came and pulled him out. Otherwise he would have been boiled inside and killed. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto, which means that he was very mischievous. Suppose if there is a part of the brain especially devoted for this mischievous work, it is fully developed for him, because he was very mischievous and naughty monkey. He was always tearing things to pieces. Whenever one of my aunts came near him, he made every effort to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it. So whatever he used to get, paper or clothes or curtains, everything he used to tear and make holes. So one of his aunts, whenever he was coming near to her, he used to make every effort to get hold of her dress and make a hole in it. One day at lunch time, a large dish of pulao stood in the center of the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. One day it was lunch time and they kept ready the pulao for them to have, and it was kept on the dining table. And when they entered, they found that the monkey was eating. Stuffing means eating fast, eating a lot. So it was eating this pulao. My grandmother screamed and Toto threw a plate at her. One of my aunts rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. So by seeing that the monkey was eating the pulao, the grandmother screamed at him and he got angry. He took a plate and threw at her. And then one of his aunts came forward and she received a glass of water on her face. He took a glass of water and poured on her. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through a window. We found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree, the dish is still in his arms. So when grandfather entered the dining room, he escaped with this dish of pulao and he climbed on a jackfruit tree, and there he was sitting on the branch and eating. He remained there all afternoon eating slowly through the rice, determined on finishing every grain. So he remained on the branches of that jackfruit tree and he ate fully what was inside that dish, and without even leaving a grain of rice. And then, in order to spite grandmother who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight when it broke into 100 pieces. So after having eaten the pulao, he was angry with the grandmother for shouting at him. So he threw that plate and it was broken into 100 pieces, means it was broken into small pieces. With the force he had thrown the dish and he started chattering. Chattering means bubbled. It was making sound or bubbled. By seeing it, it was happy that it did something great, because it was very mischievous and naughty. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. Even grandfather realized that. So obviously means clearly we cannot, Toto was not the sort of, we can keep any animals as pet, but it is not possible to keep Toto as a pet animal, because they cannot afford to such a lot of things he used to destroy. Even grandfather realized that. Although grandfather was very fond of animals, he realized that Toto cannot be kept as a pet animal. We were not well-to-do and could not afford the frequent loss of dishes, clothes, curtains and wallpaper. So the author says that we were not well-to-do. Well-to-do means wealthy. As this Toto was destroying everything like clothes, dresses, curtains, wallpapers, and breaking the dishes. All this, they cannot buy new things again and again because they were not very rich people. So grandfather found the Tonka driver and told Toto bag to him for only 3 rupees. Therefore, the grandfather took this Toto and he sold him back to the same Tonka driver for 3 rupees. So students, the message from this story is that we should love the animals, and if possible we have to show compassion and love for the animals. If possible we should keep them as pet animals in our home. With this we come to the end of the chapter. So students, thank you. Have a nice day.